Dear Sir and Madam, I'm writing to you with some information about two men who are running an escort business in Cheltenham. Their names are Mark Viner and Leslie Davis. They're bringing the Brazilian girls into the country, all working here illegal, and they have businesses that they use to launder money. They have safe houses, but I don't know where. Hopefully you'll see that all this information is no joke, and there are photos, sims and documents of Mark and Leslie. Someone wants us to know something, and they want us to do something about it.
Confirming 41 has the global. Western Avenue, the A40 towards London Centre Lane. Speed 20, no vehicle cover.
There is a pattern to his activity where he is frequently travelling to London at least once, but sometimes 2 or 3 times a week, setting off early in the morning, spending his time around sort of the Kensington Mayfair area of London, at which point he would be in contact with sex workers and then returning back to Cheltenham in the evening.
Stand by. Subject is out and out of the vehicle and stand at the driver's side.
The subject has entered flat number 6, where he has met with a female. This female he appeared to know well, and they talked about payment.
We know he's travelling to London, but he's also maintaining these accounts further afield, isn't he? Because we've seen payments really quite far north.
The thing is, I think they come in and they either come and register in Cheltenham with him, or they register in London, but then they go and work all over the place.
That's
and
right.
They can't actually work without him doing that.
This is the junction with Walham Grove and Manston Place. Six, are you deployed?
42 permission.
4-2 permission.
4-2, go ahead.
4-2, the 2 Brazilian ladies in the company of Birch with a copy of today's newspaper.
So all the time you're thinking, have I got enough evidence yet to get it home, or do I keep it running a little bit longer and take those risks? You could stop it now and charge him with something, money laundering or allowing his premises to be used by prostitutes, that kind of thing. What we want to charge him with is trafficking, because that carries a serious prison sentence. Do I arrest Davis? And there could be a treasure trove of evidence on his phone. Contact with Oak, arrangements made with Oak, with sex workers. I get to search the premises. The worry I've got is if I go and arrest Birch and I've got no control over Oak, does he get on a plane to Brazil and I'll never see him again? The plan that I've decided upon is to try and get Davis when he's actually visiting a sex worker, to try and catch him in the street in London when he's got the relevant items on him. The ledger that we've seen him writing into, cash that he's just collected, and all his photographic and computer equipment.
4-4 has the eyeball.
If he does stop before he leaves town, we'll nick him wherever he stops.
To the team, there will be an intervention at this location.
Hi there, Mr. Davis.
Hi.
Hi there. Yeah, we've got information regarding you and the control of prostitution. We understand that you may have been to several sites today where sex work is taking place. As such, I'm arresting you on suspicion of the control of prostitution. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Have you ever been arrested before, sir?
No, I've never been arrested. And
Right.
I certainly don't control anything.
Okay.
This interview is being tape recorded. We are now in interview room 3 at Wandsworth Police Station, and I am interviewing
Leslie Davis.
You've been arrested this afternoon on suspicion of controlling prostitution. Okay. What can you tell me about that?
What's your definition of controlling prostitution?
Someone who is managing brothels. They have got an element of control over females, and I would suggest certainly financial sort of control, that sort of thing.
None of that applies to me. So, I'm an advertiser.
Okay.
Marketing, advertising, photography.
Just to get the elephant in the room out of the way, we're talking sex work, aren't we? Is what you help?
Well, I help, predominantly, I write good blogs, I do feedbacks, and I take good good photos. I write nice profiles. Nothing I do is illegal. I'm helping a group of vulnerable people who find it hard to find someone to trust because they get ripped off, they get robbed, they get ripped off, they get raped, they get hurt.
Are there any girls running out of the flats where you are?
Running?
As in working? As in
where I live?
Yeah.
Well, not in my place.
Okay.
The guy who owns the top floor,
Right.
he lets out. I think to 23. I think it's 23. He would let out.
What's his name? Just as Mark. Mark.
Viner.
Oh, Viner. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that he is running girls out of there? As in,
no,
he's
not.
just letting the rooms out to girls.
He's definitely he can't run himself. he's I think the way he looks at it is if someone wants to rent his room or that one of those rooms, it helps to pay towards the upkeep of the three. So he lets his place out sometimes to people, all kinds of people, escorts as well. But I don't get involved. I don't want to know who's there.
You've seen him today in the car?
And yesterday.
And yesterday. And that was the silver Porsche. Right.
Go inside there. The one on the other side.
Yeah. Just grab that out.
You want me to go?
Mark, is your Spanish good enough? You understand what's going on?
No.
Well, there's a European arrest warrant been issued, and you've been arrested. The charges are trafficking, money laundering, controlling a brothel. We'll obviously give you a copy of everything.
Men who run brothels, they are not nice. I always think getting other women's money, this is bad. And they earn so much money, and I wish I knew where they put this money. But they think because you are a sex worker, they can treat you bad. It's not their lives. They are using other people's lives. So I don't think people that does this kind of thing, it's a good person. They are cold. If you are from a poor place, of course you want a better life. It's just about having a better life. But it seems so exhausting, I just don't feel I have the patience anymore to do this. And it's bad because for now I need to go. But I just don't feel I have the energy to go. I think everyone that works as a sex worker will have a time that you're tired. You just don't have the patience to have these customers and have people who treats you like shit, who treats you like animal. Because I had so many people that tried to treat me like animal. I almost feel like meat. He started to see me in a really awful way.
What's your name, please? Mark Andrew Viner. Viner, did you say?
And what was the offence that the warrant was for, please?
There's 8 offences on here.
Or a summary of what they relate to.
Human trafficking and money laundering.
This is a man who's reached 60 and he's clearly looking to retire. And I think what's really satisfying is that we've been able to stop him from having that retirement on money that he has obtained by exploiting women sexually.
61-year-old Mark Viner was arrested by officers from the Southwest Regional Organised Crime Unit after a 2-year investigation. He faces 8 charges.
Extradited from Spain to the UK over the trafficking of women to brothels in Cheltenham has appeared in court. 61-year-old Mark Viner was remanded in custody at Bristol Magistrates Court this morning ahead of a trial. He faces 8 charges, including human trafficking, controlling prostitution for gain.
Viner, who's 62, rented a penthouse flat and used it as a brothel over a 3-year term.